It's really fabulous to have you here. I'll explain why. Because as a Eurovision fan, I got involved in the contest when there was still a lot of really happy, positive, goofy, sometimes silly music. But it was a show that I think came more from the heart rather than from the Azerbaijan stage school of how to stage something. So, yeah, thank you, somebody agrees. So, you know, watching your performance in your national final on YouTube, of course, like most people did, it just gives me, brought me just so much joy. So I'm so pleased that you agreed to come here. I just wanted to say thank you again.
It's a pleasure.
Oh,
Why not?
Yeah, it's great. I mean,
if I'm able to, you know, so people and fans know a little bit more about me, why not? Right? Not only as an artist, but as a person too.
And I think everybody here is going to vote for you to get into the final after that performance,
Please.
for sure. Yeah, please. Portugal must be in the final this year. You must. You have to carry your country's flag.
I have to.
Suzy, I know you were trying to speak Danish. I have a few more words I could teach you in Danish if you're interested. But
now I'm scared.
No, they're easy.
I already sang shalali shalala. Well, others sang it from me. Because I had a trick.
You sang it in Danish or in Dutch?
Dutch.
Oh, okay.
Well, the Schlager Boys invaded my stage.
They did?
I'm not kidding.
Why am I surprised to hear that? I don't know.
Schlager Boys, and I'm like,
There's 3 words in Danish that come in very handy when you're
Tak.
here. Okay, tak is not one, but that is a Danish word.
Mein tak.
That's close. No, a Danish word you need to know is computer.
Computer?
Yeah.
But that's computer.
Yeah, exactly. The Danes just adapted it for use. Yes?
Well, they are smart.
Yeah, there's another Danish word you should know. Lighter. Like cigarette lighter, you know?
That's a lighter.
That's a Danish word, yeah.
Is it?
There's one
Is
word.
he making fun of me?
No, not at all, no. No, the Danes have taken the English words and just made them with a Danish accent.
There you go. We live in globalization in our day, so why not?
Exactly. Do you know one last Danish word I can tell you?
TV?
No. Babysitter.
What?
Or as the Danes say, babysitter. There you go. Am I wrong, Danes? Am I making fun of you too much?
I'm sure that they have, you know, they can say better. Is it computer or computer? No. Is it?
Computer.
Amazing.
See?
I know 4 Danish words.
You are a superstar. You not only speak English and Portuguese, but now you speak Danish almost fluently.
Yeah, and I also speak a mixture of Portuguese and Spanish. In
Okay.
Portugal, we call it Portuñol.
Portuñol. Oh, all right. Well, there you go. Okay, let's talk about you, because that's why you're here, not about Danish. Is this the first time you're here in Copenhagen?
Yes, it's the first time.
And what are your impressions of the city so far?
It's been a little bit hectic because I didn't have a lot of time to actually go for sightseeing, unfortunately. Because as far as I can see, it's a beautiful, beautiful city, and we were very lucky with the weather. Thank you, guys. You prayed for me, right? I know Portugal needs good weather. There you go. So it's amazing. People actually use bicycles a lot, so I like that. Protecting the environment, I like that.
In Lisbon, don't the police go around on segways because it's such a hilly city?
Yeah. Yes.
If you are
and driving in those little hills and little roads it's amazing.
Yeah.
Did you try?
No, I'm terrified. I can barely walk.
Yeah.
If I got on a Segway, that would be the end of me.
Yeah, you
I
would
wouldn't be
take
here
all
to,
the side mirrors of the other cars because sometimes we do that, but then we run away.
But is it typical that people in Lisbon use Segways also, not just the police? Or?
If that is expensive, I'm sure we don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We live in crisis, so we don't
How has
buy Segways.
Well, this is a question that's I'm really curious about, because I come from the U.S. and I can see the effect of our crisis on what is going on. In my hometown where I grew up, the place is falling apart because there's no money being invested in anything. Public services, education, whatever. They say it's recovering, but I don't know. I haven't seen any changes. How important is it? You're a musician, and you had a long career. Do you think that when Portugal is at the state it's in now, when everyone's worried about money, jobs, and security, how does music, like pop music like yours, play a role in people's lives? How important do you think that is?
First of all, for us to be able to actually bring that kind of music and do what we love to our people, it's there must be money. We have to have money to pay our concerts, to pay the musicians. So it's a cycle. So if the government or the city halls or the associations that actually hire the artists don't have money, we have less jobs, so we cannot produce as much music as we wish. So it's a cycle. And you know that when there is a crisis, the first thing that it's cut, it's culture.
Yep, absolutely.
Because they don't think that it's essential, like food or like, but actually, it's very important because it affects your emotions on your daily basis life, right? For example, you go to work. If you have a bad day and you put a melancholic song on the radio, you get continuously sad, right? But if you try to put an up-tempo song like Quer Ser Tu, of course.
Of course.
Sorry, guys, like mine.
No, absolutely.
You get happy and joyful, and instantly, you know, your life seems better. So your life is what you make out of it. So if you want to live in the drama, if you want to live in the crisis, justification on reasons, you will not move forward. So as an artist, we just have to continue to fight, move forward, you know, try our best just to be happy and trying to live, of course, from what we want to do in life. If that is not possible, have a normal job and on your free time you sing.
No, okay. Okay, so do you consider yourself as, by being here in Eurovision, as bringing joy to your country? What do you think?
Of course, not only to my country, but to Europe, because the crisis affected especially the Mediterranean countries, but also, you know, we are a continent, you know, so affects everyone. Some more, some less, but affects everyone in several areas and industries. But I want to bring happiness to Portugal. I want them to be proud, but also the Europeans, for the people that also vote on us and believe in us. Just be happy. The song, it's all about that. It's about unconditional love, free love, honest love, and no drama. That's it. No more drama. You know that song? No, nobody knows that song.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Suzy, you're sitting with an audience of mostly gay men. They know that song. Okay.
That's why I love them.
I
think I can do my things and my nons, and they don't.
You have been in the Portuguese music industry for a very long time.
Very long time. That's true.
When you were 11, you were in a group called Onda Shock.
True.
And you're laughing because you know what I'm about to do.
Yeah.
I'm about to show a video from when you were in this band. But I have to say one thing. I don't know if you're actually in this, and you can explain why.
Okay.
Yeah. You can we'll show it first, so then you can explain. Hang on.
Oh my God! No. Probably it's not me.
What year was this? Would you say 94, 95?
Oh my God! I wasn't there for sure.
All right.
Do you think so?
No, because I couldn't find you in this video. Play this, Nadine. Let's see how it looks.
Assim quando menos eu esperar, com uma calma fora do vulgar, dizer-lhe põe-te a andar, já a correr. Ele é um espanto, tem carinha de santo, mas não acredites tanto. Não vais na canção, não quero pingo amor, por mais encantador, por mais ramo de flor, não vale nada.
Okay. Thank you, Nadine.
But I'm not here.
You're not here. Okay. But when we...
That's newer. I'm older.
That was before your time. You were like
after my time.
After my time, I'm sorry.
That's after my time. Does anybody know Menudo?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know Menudo?
Yeah.
On the Shock. There you go. On the Shock.
One of the former members of Menudo is back there. That's why he knows it. Sorry, go on. What were you saying?
On the Shock, actually, was very popular like Menudo. me as an 11-year-old girl, I used to do 100 and something concerts a year, which is a lot for Portugal. It's like a number that the top artists in Portugal did, not in our days, but used to do in 1991. So make the calculation and then you will find my age, which I don't want you to find my age.
But you explained something to me when we spoke before the interview that was quite sinister with this group, in that there wasn't just one Ondershock. There were like 30 members, and they split them into groups of like 4 or 5, and they threw them around the country. Is that
correct? We are children, of course, so it's forbidden for you to pay, in terms of money, the concerts, right? Because we were under 17. So imagine the money that these people made. So we were like a huge group of around 30, 40. And then they divided in 8, 10 people. And for example, in a weekend, 10 people will go to the north, the other people would go to the south, center. And we were singing throughout the country at the same time, and that's it. It's a business.
It is a business. And how do you survive? You were 11 when you were in this group?
Yes, I was 11.
And were you afraid that you were going to like suddenly have a growth spurt and they would throw you out of the band or something because they wanted them young girls? Or what?
The thing is, for you to be able to be part of that group, that everyone wanted to be that part of the group. I know it's kind of.
But it was the 90s. You're excused.
It was the 90s. It was, everyone wanted to be part of that group. You had to have a certain age, so 9 to 14, you were able to get in, but you couldn't be very tall. And I was very tall at that time for that age. So when I did the casting, we had 2 voice castings and 1 dance casting. And on the first casting, a voice, he told me, okay, you're in. I didn't do the second one, but you will not stay long because you're too tall. And for a child of 11-year-old, I was like shocked. It was, you know, that feeling of I'm happy, but I'm not. I don't know what reaction should I have.
That's mostly my life. That's yeah.
Bear with me.
Okay.
I understand.
You get me. Yeah, you get me. Thank you, Suzy.
So I prayed. This is true. I'm not kidding. For a year in a row, I prayed not to grow.
Oh my God! But the pressure.
And I didn't grow for a year. This is the power of your mind. I didn't grow because my father every year. He did a measurement on the wall to see how tall I was growing every year. And in that year, I didn't grow. I didn't grow.
Can you pray for me to lose 20 kilos? Because if your mind can do that, then you could work wonders on this body.
I can do Reiki. Do you want me to do Reiki?
Do we have time? Yeah, why not? No, maybe afterwards. Maybe afterwards. I don't think the audience would be. Well, I might be, but they wouldn't be into that. Listen, I can't imagine the pressure that puts on a child that age.
Yes.
When you are first learning who you are. But as time went on, you still continued to have a music career as a solo artist.
Yes, correct.
And I came across a song. It wasn't that hard to find because it was like one of your biggest. You recorded a Christmas song in the late 90s. Is that right?
Late 90s, in 99.
And forgive my Portuguese, it's a bit better than my Icelandic. Was it called Esta Noite Bianca?
Close enough.
Okay, close enough. Which translates as?
It's called Nesta Noite Branca.
Nesta, okay.
And it
was totally wrong, so that's all right.
Okay? Like you correct my Danish.
Yeah. Touché, Suzy. You tell a girl.
So it's called On This White Night.
Okay.
Nesta Noite Branca, yes.
Do you mind if we show a little bit of this? This video is marginally better than the previous one we saw.
Okay, this one you will see me, guys. Don't make fun of me. It's the 90s, okay? It was winter.
Okay, let's play it and see whether it's... Thank you. Oh, there you go.
Deixei pela rua.
There was a very Backstreet Boys vibe going on there.
It was the 90s.
It was the 90s.
There you go.
I- But this song wasn't just a hit once. This was like Last Christmas by Wham. This just kept
It's
coming
still
and coming.
playing in nowadays, for God's sake. I was like in Dubai, in Canada, in New York, and people, oh, I saw you on TV. And I said, that's impossible because I'm in Canada and I'm in Dubai, or I heard your music in the shopping mall. Oh, no,
But
I'm
I've-
still here.
I have never met anybody in my years of Eurovision interviews that has had one of these hits that come back to haunt them, like every year.
Forever and ever.
How does that make you feel?
Well, actually, it's an honor. It's
Okay.
an honor. And I have to see it as a smile because we made that song for children. We don't know what happened because after we played once, it was children, adults, elderly, everyone listening to the song. Do you know what Backstreet Boys suffered? I couldn't walk on the street.
Really?
It was like this. I'm not kidding. I would go behind the stores of the shopping mall, me and the guys, Anjoush, behind the stores where the merchandise, arrived and they put it on the stores. And we were like hiding it, like going to the car. And it was crazy. I never experienced anything like that. I couldn't just eat soup on normally. Like, could you give me an autograph? And I'm like, sure. Of course.
But Suzy,
Like an hour to eat a plate of soup.
but Suzy, from being a child star to being like part of a mob running after you.
Not a mob.
Not a mob.
It's a family.
It's a family song. Okay. A family of fans. But it sounds like your career has just gone from crazy to crazy to crazy. And now you have returned to Eurovision. You had a little break for like 3 years. You weren't singing for a while. You weren't singing in Portugal anyway.
Yes.
And now you are back with your song Quero Ser Tua.
Very nice.
See, I'm
Good
getting
job.
there.
You're
Thank
getting
you.
there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very well pronounced, eh?
Thank you. The song in English translates as I
want to be yours.
I want to be yours. And I looked at the lyrics in English, which were written up, and I didn't realize, as I don't speak Portuguese, except I can say coração.
That's sweet.
Corações, should you say? Coração.
You do that? You say that to girls?
I don't like girls.
Oh.
As friends, Suzy, as friends.
Okay. As friends.
Don't tell my parents.
So I'm safe.
No, they know, believe me.
Do you have that
You're very
recorded?
safe.
Let's show him to his parents.
We'll put this.
Like he did to my video.
My parents are more gay. My parents are more gay than I am.
Okay. Well,
My parents. Hang on.
We live in a free world.
My parents are
I like that.
My parents are so camp that they are flying from New York to Copenhagen to watch Eurovision this year. My father is 71 years old and he wants to see this.
Amazing.
Isn't that crazy?
Amazing.
I told you.
I would love, honestly, that the majority of Portugal would have that
Feeling.
behavior and feeling, and that would be amazing because this is a lifetime experience, and people. This is the biggest music event in Europe. I'm not saying even in the world, but at least Europe, for sure.
But there are fan groups that exist in South America. There's
Australia.
A lot of Australians here.
South Africa.
They're showing it in China now. So, this
Wow,
is...
that I didn't know.
Yes, they are.
Amazing.
But it's very censored in China. I'm trying to
Everything is censored in China.
I'm trying to think of a joke to go along with this, but it's not working. I'm sorry. But the song was written by a kind of Portuguese legend of pop music whose name is Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Emmanuel.
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 Very. Oh, you look like it.
Emmanuel. It sounds French, no?
I don't know what sounds,
Okay.
but Italian,
Please-
Spanish, but not Portuguese.
Tell the audience how the correct pronunciation. Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Okay. And he's kind of like, would you say, the Portuguese equivalent of like Schlager music. Very happy, a lot of accordions, a lot of African rhythms.
Yes, because accordion is, we use it a lot in traditional popular music.
Okay.
So that's why he decided to do it on the song.
And did he ask you to come and, did he send you this song and say, Suzy, would you perform this for me? How did you get involved with your national final?
Actually, I have a funny story about it.
Well, that's why you're here, so let's hear it.
They are starting to know a lot about my life. I don't know if I like that. I'm kidding. So basically,
What do you guys think? Do you want to hear this story? I mean, the people here are here to see you, and they're going to soak up everything you're saying. So say what you want to say.
no. So basically, I was still living in Dubai. I'm not anymore. And my brother called me and said, "I have something to tell you." And I said, "Go ahead. How about coming to Portugal and having a meeting with Emmanuel?" And I said, "What?" Like, was my first reaction, what? Yes, because he wants to do a project with a woman singer, and to take it abroad internationally. And I said, okay. So I bought a ticket and I went to Portugal for 24 hours. So I went there, had the meeting, and when I arrived, I just thought that it was a talk, like a meeting, a normal meeting. And then he said, "Well, are you prepared to sing songs?" And I'm like, no. I thought it was a meeting, just talking. No, it's a casting. And I said, great. Do you have a computer? So here I am, Google karaoke songs, and only with instrumental. And I sang Whitney Houston, Greatest Love of All. I sang Anastasia.
Like a true diva should.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's like I went and said, we're going to hear the best.
Okay.
And I did Anastasia, I'm Out of Love. And he had two other girls that he was undecided. So he said, you know what? Let me think about it, and I will call you tomorrow. After at night, he was calling me and saying, I would like you to be part of this project, but you're living in Dubai. How are you going to do this? And I said, I don't know. As far as I know, doing an album, it takes time, right? So we start working together, and then suddenly he puts on the table, after 2 weeks, puts on the table, I have to tell you something. I was invited from RTP, which is our national TV channel, to do a song for the Festival da Canção. And I already did it. It is done. The lyrics are here. And but I didn't finish. When you go back to Dubai, I will send it through Dropbox. And I said, sure. I went to Dubai. He sent me this song. I listened to this song. And he said, what do you think about singing the song? And I was like, it's a child's dream, right? Because all my family, we stopped the night of the Eurovision. And it was not only my mother and my father and my brother. It was like my aunt, my grandparents. We used to do this huge dinner, everyone together. We only had 4 channels. So that's easy. So everyone...
Was that a Eurovision or a church ceremony, basically?
No, my family goes not a lot to church now.
Okay, all right.
So here we were at dinner. I said, oh my God, it's an opportunity for me to actually, how do you say, do this child dream, you know? So I said yes, and that happened.
And here you are.
And here I am.
Sitting with us in Copenhagen.
Yes. And then suddenly a lot of things happened. And then I sang it all.
And now you're here. Well, thank you. Before, 2 things before you perform one more time for our audience here. I had taken a poll on Facebook of some questions that people might want to ask you here at the interview. And I had to pick these 2 out because one is just like...
Schlager boys.
Yes, no.
I knew it, no?
No, well, maybe they're writing under a pseudonym, Drama Boys or something. But this first question is quite a serious one from Patrick in Ireland, okay? He wants to know, do you have any pets?
Pets?
That was the question.
That's a very serious question. Do I have pets?
Yeah, ask Suzy if she has any pets.
No, I don't have any pets, but I used to have.
Patrick, are you here?
No.
It's a good thing he's not here. Okay.
No.
Question number 2 from Daniela. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time, Suzy?
I don't make projections that far. I'm a goal-getter, but in short-term periods of time. But first of all, I would love to be able to do what I love. at that time. Still doing what I love, which is singing, art, TV, just to be happy and just love what I do. That's it. And because if you're satisfied, you're happy with your reality, your life is much easier. And everything around you will go smoothly.
I absolutely agree. And I'm so happy you came here because you've proven to me two things. One, that you can walk in unbelievable heels because those are huge. They're amazing. And second, when you helped me lose 20 kilos, I could probably fit into those. And then secondly, your enthusiasm and how really you just glow here on stage. You're just wonderful. I'm so happy to have the opportunity to talk to you.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
You've been, yeah, isn't she great? You have been totally open and honest with us, and I appreciate the struggles you went through to get here. And I think you've got a guaranteed 12-point vote from everyone here in this audience for.
That would be wonderful.
I know.